Hi there, my name's Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales, and we are once again on a boat at the Southampton Boat Show. But this boat is pretty special. In fact, several people have come to our stand during the show and said that this is their boat of the show. It's called Cohesion, and you'll see why. We're here with Setag Yachts, and they've done a complete refit on this boat, and it's breathtaking. Every little detail on this boat is beautiful, and we're very, very excited to bring you this walkthrough tour. Okay, so let's start off on one of the many areas where you can relax and chill on this boat. Now, this is one of Setag's biggest projects, but of course they do boat refits from all sizes, from sort of 35 all the way up to over 80-foot boats. This is a 72, but the level of detail on this boat is absolutely exceptional. An example of that is all the handcrafted tables and bespoke features on this boat, which has this very unique logo here, which is very specific to the owner. And there's design cues throughout the whole boat, which reflect that particular logo. But in terms of the finish, it is absolutely feels like a new boat. There is no other word to describe it, because just about this whole boat is new. If we look at all of the upholstery, now Setag have always been very clever with the way that they've used different shapes, different ways to create very bespoke upholstery, and that carries on throughout this boat. I just love the use of fabrics, where most people would just use Silvertex, but they've got this inside-outside fabric blended with Silvertex, but of course that Setag logo embroidered there on the back. The level of gloss, the level of quality on every single feature is stunning. Even if you look up, so if you look up here onto the ceiling, you've got this LED bead that you'd almost expect to come round and come back into here, but it doesn't. It goes back the other way, which just makes it feel very unique and very special. All the lighting on this boat's been changed. This is all brand new teak, and it is an incredibly breathtaking boat. So we'll start off by looking at the living space. The first thing I noticed was the carpet. The carpet is quite unusual on a boat carpet. Again, it feels incredibly high-end, incredibly great quality. LED lighting throughout. Now, I did a review on a Princess 54 a couple of months ago that Setag had done, and I commented on the LED lighting because that is one of the things to me that really freshen and modernise a boat, but also pick up so much of the design cues on it. And throughout this boat, there's so many different textures, colours and everything going on. It really does feel incredibly special. Even down to this table. So this is a bespoke design table by the team in-house at Setag. There's about 20 people now employed by Setag who are personalising all of the boats that they work with down in their base down in Plymouth. There's lots and lots of marble all over this boat, and I'll point out a few more bits of that later on. Again, I pointed out on the Princess 54, I'm always blown away by the way Setag are able to get the fabrics so tight and close on all the wall linings that it actually looks almost like it's moulded plastic, but obviously it's this beautiful soft sheen effect there. And anybody who's done any work with wall linings knows that it is a master craftsman that can get the quality looking like that. All of these new units have all gone in. It doesn't just go skin deep with this boat as well. So they've updated things like the air conditioning. This boat's going to live out in Dubai, and the air conditioning is now 3 times more powerful than it was when it first came to Setag. If we look round onto this side, you can see the upholstery continues round here in this really nice kidney shape, and obviously there is an enormous television there. Now my guess, I haven't asked the question to Chris, but my guess is that TV's been updated. That is a huge TV. Of course, it's on sliders, goes up and down, and all of this bespoke leather that's all the way around is all on the top there, so that can just disappear completely out of view. There's a little drinks cabinet here. I say little, it hides again some fantastic things. So I talked about the logo earlier. The logo is inside each of these little drinks holders. So you can see one O going up, one O going across. But what's really cool is when you're at sea, to protect anything you put on the top, that actually lowers down, and the bit that's been cut out of this marble slides across and lifts up into position. So that becomes a completely flat top, or it lifts up and gives you your alcohol, which is just being fed alcohol. I like that. All of the blinds, of course, are all incredibly high quality, and you can block out all of the light from here if you wanted to. But there's lots of very high-end touches like the Bang & Olufsen sound systems throughout. Every cabin has its own little sound system, and I love the way that everything's been built into the boat. So whenever you see something like a sound bar, all of the design has gone into that to making sure that that's all included just underneath the television and everything like that. Into the galley area, again, brand new work surfaces here, all the wood has been refreshed. And when you stand here, this is such a great place on the Princess Y72, oh sorry, 72, because on here, you're very much part of everything. So this boat is designed that it could be crewed, or it could also just be handled by a family. Be quite a competent family, but it could be handled with just a family. And your galley area is very much part of the socialness of this boat. You then have dining space, different fabrics, different materials coming into play here. So you've got the leather all the way around here, which is very sensible, because if you're eating and you spill something, you don't have to wipe it off a fabric. I just love little things like the piping. It doesn't go all the way to the end. It doesn't sweep down. It's just slightly different. And the design team at Setag work really, really closely with the owners of these boats just to put these design touches in, which makes these boats totally unique, in a way that manufacturers can't. So if you try to order this boat or something similar from a manufacturer, they'd say, which one of these 3 or 4 fabrics would you like? But actually Setag are able to give you a choice, unlimited of fabrics. What do you want? And they bespoke it for that user. Up on the helm position, I won't go into too much detail on here, but all the navigation has been updated. So you have some lovely 16-inch Axiom plotters up there. So you've got the latest suite of Raymarine equipment, I-70s here. The boat's also got Humphrey stabilisation systems. It's got the proportional bow and stern thrusters. So electronics-wise, this boat is also absolutely top of its game. And it's all just presented totally beautifully. The seats have all been replaced up on here, so new upholstery on the seats. Again, different colours being brought into play. But on so many boats, if you bring lots of colours into play, it can feel like a mess. They never ever feel like a mess on a Setag boat. So although you've got this sort of coral colour here, it just blends into this area, which makes it feel totally different from anywhere else. But then the design cue from the coral is then picked up really nicely on a lovely leather-bound full stainless steel up on there. And it's picked up in the inserts on the colours all around there. So it's incredibly subtle that I hadn't actually noticed that rear colour until spotting this, and then it all starts to tie together really, really nicely. So let's go down. The first thing I notice when I go down the stairs is the LED lighting, again lighting up all the different steps, which just makes it feel incredibly premium. Let's go forward first. So we'll start off in the front cabin and work our way backwards. Now, of course, remembering that this is not the master suite, I often get confused on midship cabin boats, but this is your guest suite. So this is where your friends would come into. Again, every bit of lining, every bit of vinyl, every bit of upholstery has been replaced in here. So it's a mammoth project on this boat that's taken Setag. It's a 16-week refit on this particular boat. Obviously, the smaller boats are done much, much faster, but there isn't anything on this boat really that hasn't been touched. The woodwork all down in here, this has been replaced, beautiful mirror, curved surfaces. And again, this room has a different feel to all of the others. And the fabric that's used at the back where the headboard is, it's all a bespoke Hermes fabric, which then has been tied together with all of the different Setag colours. So it's just a beautiful room. All the headlinings have been done. You've got Bang & Olufsen speakers up in here, so the highest quality sound throughout. And then this enormous opening up there. So it's beautiful at night. You get lots and lots of light in there and fresh air. But of course, you just close off the blinds to black out this room if you wanted to. Just dive into here. More design cues down here. So you can see on the towels, you've got that distinctive logo. So this boat feels so much like it is the owner's boat. It's not just another 72. This has all been replaced. The flooring has been replaced. You've got this marble flooring, which has got a sparkle in it. And then also at the back here, all the splashbacks have been replaced, and all of the panels all the way around the bathroom there and the shower have all been replaced as well. Linings up at the top, and we just talk about the lighting as well. All the lighting is dimmable. I'm hoping it's not flashing too much. We do have an issue on some walkthrough tours where the lights flash a little bit when the LEDs are dimmed. So if it is flashing, I apologise for that. We've tried to put it all onto full brightness. Talked about LEDs, look, even just the touch just along there, just everywhere you look, where you want to see something special, you see something special. As we come through here, you've got another heads, very similar. So the heads are built to be very similar to each other. So again, you've had the flooring replaced in here. Very dominated by, I think, has a cosy feel to this bathroom. And then all of the head linings done, all the lighting replaced with LED, and a really good size shower in there, which is the second shower room. On some boats that we sell, you'd expect there to be a bunk room in here, but it's not a bunk, it is another full-size guest cabin. So yeah, the person here, this is the third cabin that I'd be quite happy in here for a weekend. This is different fabric again. So the upholstery and the fabric that's used at the back, it's actually kind of slightly trippy actually. It's sort of slightly a 3D effect on there. Stare at that too long, I think it's like those magic eye. You expect an animal to come out, but it looks really, really cool. Again, it's Hermes logos, and that's what creates those 3D cubes that come out at you. All the blinds are replaced, all of the wall linings. And I talked about the way that they've integrated the sound systems in. That's the Bang & Olufsen system, and you can see that they've cut everything around it. So it looks like it's completely there from factory, and that they've made 100 of these boats. Of course, they haven't. This is bespoke. This is a one-off. Televisions all built into there, and air conditioning, of course, in each of the cabins. So as we make our way through, I've just noticed more coral, so that lovely colour there just being picked up down there on another of the stainless rails. Another cabin. Remember, it's a 72, so you've got loads of space. So this is another cabin. Upholstery-wise and everything, this is the same as the other guest. So you've got the Hermes fabric at the back, more coral being picked up in the cushions. You've got another Bang & Olufsen sound system in here, all the LED lighting replaced, and of course all of the fabrics just look beautiful and tied in totally together. Are you sure this isn't a new boat? 2012? I don't know, is it possible? It really is very special everywhere you look, but nowhere more special than the master. I will point out as you go down though, a boat like this you need lots of champagne. So you've got a champagne fridge there, but the owner wasn't sure there'd be enough champagne. So fit another one, just in case. I mean, if that one broke, you need to make sure your champagne's chilled. So there's a lot of cool features on this boat, not least where you store your champagne. So let's come in here into the master. Now, this is an incredibly special place to be. This is a hand-painted silk it's not really a headboard, which got just vinyl at the back there. The headboard here has got gold weaved into it, so that really sparkles. But this is incredibly special, and that's hand-painted. And that was all hand-painted out in the Far East and then shipped across to this boat. But little touches that where you've got this crisscross here fabric, and then on the edges, on the capping, you see it just on that side there, it's got the leather, because that's a wear point. So when people walk into the bathroom, you've got a place there where if you put your hands, it's not going to damage the actual fabric, because you've got a leather point there. So just things like that is where everything's thought about. The fabrics, again, you've got different tones that all work beautifully together, and this fantastic, look at those windows either side. It really is a beautiful place to be, and an enormous television. That is the biggest TV I think I've ever seen on a boat. I would guess that's probably a 65, maybe even 75-inch TV. And again, where you've got the Bang & Olufsen sound system all integrated into there, it's all designed around it, and it all just looks complete perfection. It's the only way I can describe the way the finish on this boat is. We go through here, this is your dressing table, picking up the coral, a lovely dressing table there, all topped with leather, and what a place to get ready, just looking out on the stunning scenery here at Southampton Boat Show. And you have just a little pokey bathroom through here. I say that slightly tongue-in-cheek. So here you have, without question, the best bathroom I've seen on a boat that we've been involved with. Twin sinks, so you don't want to get in the way of your partner, so when you're getting ready you can brush your teeth in each. And then a shower. Well, I mean, dare I say it, there's definitely room for more than two in there. It's a fantastic shower, and look at that monsoon shower head fitted right the way into the ceiling. Again, it's all cut in beautifully. It's got another design here with this, I think it's called Mother of Pearl, designed all the way in the back here. Two showers, a beautiful window looking out there. You might want to close the blinds, depends how you like to shower. But it's just huge. Everything about this shower room says class, size, logos everywhere. So again, picking up the logo traits. And that is the master suite. So if we go back through, what we'll do is we'll go back up and see what the space up on the Flybridge, because up on the Flybridge it's equally as special. So come and have a look through, and you can get the experience now of what it's like to walk through this boat, picking up on the LED floor steps. I've just noticed, I hadn't seen this before, even detail like on the underside of the table, that's all wrapped with an Alcantara effect, slightly different colour, but just every detail that you look at, there's something that's been thought about. In fact, if I thought that was a vase over there, that's another set of speakers over there. There's Bang & Olufsen speakers set inside those. I thought there was just a vase there. Okay, so let's have a look upstairs on the Flybridge. As you walk towards the Flybridge, one of the first things you notice is this teak. So rather than just having nice chunky teak steps, the teak's been brought down. Now, being honest, I don't know if that's standard with the 72. I don't think it is, but it just shows how chunky and beautiful that looks. It looks a really, really nice staircase, pretty much, to go on the upstairs. So let's go up here. And up here you have a different feel, a different colour scheme, and it's dominated by a bar. Now, who doesn't like a bar on the top of a Flybridge? So you've got this lovely seating area at the back. The upholstery, now I've seen this on other Setag boats, and I think owners see what Setag have done on other boats. We sold a Squadron 42 and it had very similar upholstery to this in the master cabin. And you can see that's been picked up there. Again, you've got this logo everywhere, but in very subtle ways. But the upholstery is lovely because it's an inside-outside fabric. And again, different textures, different tones of fabric. Great little place to even put your feet up. So look at that. So wherever you are, you've got somewhere you can put your feet up on the Flybridge. And then you've got the bar. This is proper cool. So a bar here, fully equipped with fridges all the way around. So you've got fridges, you've got ice makers up here. And this, again, all has been brand new here. Incredibly high levels of lacquer on there. Everything looks brand new, because it is. Then on to where you helm the boat from. Again, you've got a lovely space on here. More Raymarine equipment, so you've got chart plotters, Humphrey systems, wireless handhelds for your Raymarine, and Chris from Setag operated this earlier there, make sure it's the right one. Lovely little features, look at that. So it goes up and down, and your navigation displays can just disappear beautifully when they're not in use. Lovely big round area here, sorry, squared area. There's a lot of music happening here. And again, this table has been totally redone. A bespoke table up here, specifically for Setag, and more upholstery. The cues in here, they're picking up the colours now. So you've got the blue that's inside here in the Flybridge is then the same blue that you have throughout the Flybridge on the side of the bars. So lots and lots of colour being picked up. And then again, high gloss logo just emblazoned in there. It's not the only bar, so you have another bar, so one bar area and another one here, and underneath here you have two hot grills. So you're able to have a barbecue up on the top here, and the roof itself, all that fabric's been replaced, but at the touch of a button that roof retracts out, so you've got pure sunshine on the Flybridge, or close it up and you've got a bit of shade, because remember this boat's going to live in Dubai, so shade is fairly important in Dubai, so you've got lots and lots of areas you can open up or close up as you wish. So that almost brings us to an end. What we need to do now is just go around the bow, because the beauty doesn't just stop on the Flybridge or downstairs or in the cockpit, it carries on all the way around the decks. So if we come down here, let's walk around the side of the, it's a ship really, you can say the side of the boat, it's a ship. Good stainless steel handrails all the way. Obviously these are standard with Princess, so it feels incredibly high quality. As we walk forward, there is a side access door. That's that access into the helm position, which is really nice. I forgot to mention that earlier on. But one thing that's really apparent is that even the bow area, this lovely social area at the front of the 72, has also been Setagged. So example of that is you've got this lovely upholstery which has continued around here onto the bow. You've got the lovely design cues here which pick up the rest of the boat. And also another thing that I really like is the fact that just inside here, if we push these backwards, that actually creates another extra seat. So from a social seating point of view, you can have 3 or 4 people here, 3 or 4 friends just here, which is really, really nice. But of course, if you bring these back and pop them just there, you have now a beautiful, large sunpad area. All the same lovely upholstery, the lovely swoops and little Setag design cues are all in there as well. And it just, everything about this boat feels so premium and so, so special. That's the large window that you could see from down below in that the guest cabin. I want to call that a master cabin because it felt like it, but that's the guest cabin. And I think that pretty much brings us to the end of this. We've had so many people have come to our stand and talk about this boat. A couple of those people have said this is their boat of the show, and I can completely understand why. It is a breathtaking boat. And of course, remember, although the price tag of this refit is about £1 million, it's still substantially less, even including the price of the boat, than you do if you buy a brand new boat. And you nowhere near have the level of personalisation that you're able to get with Setag. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're coming to see the show this weekend, come and have a look at this boat. Chris and the team would be delighted to show it to you. It is utterly breathtaking and I've totally fallen in love with it. Also do remember to come and see us. We're in the shipyard area. So the Parker Adams stand is in the shipyard where all the entertainment and food is, and it'd be lovely to see you and talk boats. Just before we sign off, if we just have a quick look around here, this is what the boat show looks like. So the show has literally just opened up on one of the mornings. It's a fair bit of breeze today, so you can see all the flags there flying away. But it should be another lovely sunny day here in Southampton. So thanks as always for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video very, very soon. Many thanks.